and welcome to my channel. I am standing in my homeschool room. I have made a few changes to our homeschool space since last year, so I thought I would give you a little tour of our homeschool room for 2020. Here is our homeschool room. So in the middle here we have a table where we sit and do our homeschool work. We have a storage shelf over here that has all of our homeschool supplies on there. We have a computer table over here with our computer on there. We have storage across the back, and we have our homeschool trolley over here. So let me give you a closer look. So this is our homeschool table. All of the children, even my toddler, can fit around this table, which is great. So we sit there. We also have laptops that the children work with as well. So they'll sit at the table and use their laptops, and we'll all sit together at this table and do our homeschool work. So this is our homeschool trolley here, and I put all of the homeschool supplies that we are using every day onto that trolley, just so that I can wheel it around the house. I can wheel it up to our homeschool table, which is just here, or I can actually wheel it over to our lounge room area over there if we wanted to sit over there and do some homeschool together. So on the top of the trolley, we just have all of the books that we are currently using at the moment, and we just have some pencils and sharpeners and things like that on the top. And then on the next level, we just have, they're my daughter's little readers that we're going through, my planner, some more of my stationery, and then our notebooks are sitting on the bottom shelf. Up here we have a daily calendar. This in particular is for my littlest guy. He uses that to learn the days of the week, months of the year, the date, weather. You get it. It's a weather calendar that he uses. And then over here, we just have this little basket on here, which is my bits and bobs basket. That's when I find anything that needs to be put away, it gets put into that basket, and we eventually put it away. We have acquired some fish in our homeschool this year, so our fish tank is sitting here. And on this shelf, this is actually my work things. I work at our church, and so I've just got work things stored here in the corner and in that shelf there, so that is for me. So across our back wall here, we have these storage cubes, which are from IKEA, and I have on the top row, I have the door inserts, and then just some black storage boxes on the bottom. And we store all sorts of things in those shelves. We have curriculum that we used from last year. We have storybooks and resource books. We have craft supplies, games, puzzles, all those kind of things hiding in there. And at the top, I have my world map, which I picked up from Hobby Lobby when I was in the States last, and I absolutely love that map. It's my favorite piece in the homeschool room. And then on either side, we have these two chalkboards that I picked up from Red Dot, which is a discount store here in Western Australia. So I'm sure you can buy them at any discount store around Australia, and they were very inexpensive. And I just have two on either side, and we write up there Bible verses that we're memorizing, scripture work, spelling words, all those kind of things will pop on those chalkboards. On top of the shelves, we have our curiosity box, and in this little vintage suitcase that we have, my children pop all of the things that they find when they're out and about. So we have feathers, we have starfish, we have seashells, we have all sorts of things sitting in there that the children collect and they like to look over, and I just have some magnifying glasses there as well. And my son is right into collecting feathers at the moment, so we just have this little collection of feathers out on this chalkboard, and each time he finds one, he comes and pops it in his little collection there. And then over here on top of our shelves as well, we just have some art supplies that are out that the children can grab at any time they would like to use them. And we have oil pastels in there, watercolor pencils, watercolor paints, and what I've got here, soft pastels, and everything that they need. They have paintbrushes, the palettes and jars in there for the water, and then there's just more acrylic paint in this one, poster paint in here, and things like that. I like to have it all out and easily accessible for them, because I find if they're packed away, it's out of sight, out of mind, and they forget that we have them. And so if I have them out, they tend to do more artwork of their own volition. And then just hiding behind our TV here, I have all the, can you see that? All the big things of paper are just stacked behind there, and it's just hidden behind that TV, just to make it a little bit neater. My son uses this TV for his Xbox. We don't generally watch TV on there, but my older son sits here and plays Xbox. So that's why we have the TV in our homeschool room. And then just stacked down here, I just have some whiteboards that we sometimes get out for the children to use, and mostly my toddler actually likes to get the whiteboard out and draw on there. I actually don't use them too much. I originally had the whiteboards because we use them for our planning for our church and ministry school, so that's why I have them, but my toddler does enjoy using those whiteboards. Here is our computer station. We just got this desk, chair and bookshelf from Kmart, Australia. And my son, my older son, who is 11 and a half, he usually sits here the most and uses the computer and the TV for his Xbox as well. So, but all the children use this computer for homeschool. And then next to it, we have this bookshelf, which is a new addition to our homeschool room this year. And I decided to put this shelf here, and this is housing all of the things that we are currently using this year. I like to have it out so that I can see what I've got and I don't forget anything. I was just finding I had resources tucked away in my cupboards and I just completely forgot that they were there. So on the top row here, we have our maps book, which we use all the time. I love that book. And across here we have the novels that we are reading this year, my son's readers, my daughter's readers, and one there for me as well. And then on our next shelf we have our caddy, which we usually get this down and put this on our homeschool table. This houses all of our pencils, our watercolor paint palettes, and our paintbrushes. We use watercolor a lot in our homeschool. And then on the next shelf, this is my Kindergartners Shelf. This has all of the books that he'll be using and that I will be reading to him at least in the first term. And then in this basket we have chalkboards and crayons, whiteboard markers and chalk, just in these wooden stackable containers, and then our chalk dusters on the side there. Now this little basket I picked up from Kmart, Australia, as well as these little wooden boxes. And these chalkboards, again, I just found from the little discount stores, and I have quite a few of those for my children to use, and they were only about $3 or $4 as well, so we hide those in there. And then on the bottom shelf in this basket is all the books that we will be using over the year. I've put them in there. As I said, the books that we're currently using sit on our homeschool trolley, and this is the rest of our collection that we'll be using for the rest of the school year. Thank you so much for watching my video today. If you enjoyed that, make sure you give it a big thumbs up. And if you haven't already subscribed to my channel, make sure you hit the red subscribe button down below. I have new videos that come out every Monday and every Friday. Again, thanks for watching, and I will see you next time. Bye.